welcome back to another video. So today's look is going to be a little bit more, I want to say simple. So first off, I'm just going to do my brows a little bit higher than I normally would because we want them to look a little bit exaggerated. I'm also using a darker color because I want them to be defined and really like almost black. Taking the NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil, I'm going to go ahead and underline one brow. The reason I'm doing that is because I want this brow to be a little bit more white and a little bit more like evil villain-esque. Villain. And then the other side is going to be a beauty side, so she kind of draws you in with her beauty. So taking the NYX Got You Covered pencil, I'm going to go ahead and underline the other brow and just do it how I normally would. Blend it out. And then I'm going to start to create the scar. I'm using the same concealer pencil just because it's a nice sticky base for the shadow to lay on top of, and I feel like because it's nude, you can like lay any color on top of it and it'll show true to color. Taking a Q-tip, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the sides to make sure it's a very sharp scar. That's kind of what I'm going for. Now taking the NYX Ultimate Shadow palette, I'm going to take, actually first, a high cheese break. I'm going to take the two pink shades in there and I'm going to create the center of the scar. Of course, this is where it's a little bit more brighter and it's a little bit more shinier on like an actual scar. That's what it looks like. Then taking the Falling for Autumn palette by Tooth & Nail Cosmetics, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the shade Welcome Home, which is a very red tone shadow. That I'm applying that to the outer edges of that, just to make it a little bit darker, and then I'm going to blend it in with the brush. I dipped into the shade Flannel just to kind of darken it a little bit more. It's a brown shade, and I feel like it did a nice job. So once I did that, I kind of took away where I drew on my eyebrow to make a gap, but first I wanted to do concealer, so this way you know how much space you have to work with for the scar. So I'm taking the shade Leaves Wrestling, and I'm putting that all over my eye, blending it back and forth. Then I took the shade Walk in the Woods, and that's just a green tone shade which I'm using to define the crease a little bit more. Now taking the NYX In Your Element Metals palette, I'm taking the purple shade with my finger, I think that's shade 12, and I'm applying that all over the lid. And then I took that shade Flannel again and I deepened the crease, or the outer V of the eye. And just like I did in the beginning, I'm continuing the same thing I did with the scar. So the pink, the red, and then a little bit of flannel. And now I'm going to go to the other side of the eye, which is going to be the beauty side. So like I said, I want her to kind of captivate you with her beauty, but she still has that like scariness to her. So on, what I'm going to do first is take Leaves Wrestling, put it down, and that's going to be my crease shade. I kind of used it as a base shade too. I took it a little bit higher than I normally would, but there's no nude shade in the palette, so that's what I did. Pumpkin spice, and I started blending that into the crease as well. And then I decided to take Fireside on the villain-esque side, just to pop on top of that number 12 shade. Then I went in with just a little piece of cardboard to kind of give me a sharp edge and the flannel shade, and I just kind of deepened the outer corner again, but this time we were going for more of a wing effect. And then taking the same brush that we used to blend out pumpkin spice in the crease, we're just going to use that to blend out the darker shade. Now, my favorite part, we're taking a little bit of liquid latex, and this is just to create the effect of old age. So kind of what you want to do is tug on the skin, place the latex down, and then if you can get a blow dryer, that's the easiest way to do it. And it's the fastest way to do it. It'll start to create wrinkles on your skin, and I kind of wanted to just keep this on the eye because I wanted the face to look like torn up and scarred. I do also want to say that when you're using latex, make sure that you don't get it in the eye. Try to keep it away from all hair as possible because sometimes the latex does stick really well to hair and it will rip it off as well. And you don't want to get this in your eye or anything like that, so just be safe and responsible with latex. If you don't feel like you can do this on your own, get somebody to help you out. After that, I went in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in golden beige and classic beige, and I'm going to take a sponge and just apply that all over the face. After that, I took a little bit of Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer and applied that underneath the eye, just under the beauty side. This is another thing that you want to be careful with. I'm taking tweezers and scissors and I'm cutting out small holes on the skin. Like I said, you want to make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself. So if you don't feel like you can do this on your own, ask somebody to help you out. But it's really super simple. If you can just get a good lift on the latex that's dried, it'll come off really simple. So taking this Wet n Wild Fantasy Maker palette, I'm going to go ahead and use the red shade, and I'm going to put that in where the little holes on the face are. I decided to set that all with the RCMA no color powder just because I wanted it to kind of be mattified on the skin. Then I went in with the same shades that I used to make the scar, and I applied that all around where the little holes in the face are. Now taking my Hoolah bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the beauty side. I just took whatever was left on the blending brush that we used for the eye, and I'm blending that on the lower lash line and also curling my lashes. And I went in with the Benefit roller lash and I applied that all over my lashes. Then I took these frightening lashes, they're the Rockstar lashes, and I popped in my contacts and I pulled out the Tattoo Junkie lip ombre. I'm taking the shade Vixen and I'm applying that all over my lips. The lashes I have the glue on, so they're just chilling before I'm waiting for them to get tacky. So on one eye I used the Rockstar lash, and on the other eye I used a NYX Wicked lash in the style 16. Then after that, I popped on my wig, popped on my scarf, and popped on my jewel. And after that, you guys are set. I hope this look was a little bit more simple. I know that some of my videos have been like body paint completely. Some of them have been like beginner-esque friendly. And I wanted this to be one that was like affordable and pretty much easy for you to do with stuff around your house. So yeah, that was the end of the tutorial. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video, and I love you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy this footage of me taking off the latex, because it's personally one of my favorite things to do after I do makeup.